last segment. Our girl, Kim Kardashian. Did you hear about this?
Well, I saw her video. She's like, I'm a Kardashian. I have this.
Kim Kardashian got roasted. I mean, roasted on social media
For having her
last
tanning
week.
bed.
And so this segment is about Kim Kardashian and the risks of tanning beds.
Yeah.
And so this all stemmed from a video she made on TikTok, which I don't know. I clipped part of it, so we're gonna watch it. And I just want to know what you guys think about it. So let's roll that video, Trevor. Show us the video we're talking about.
I'm Kim Kardashian. Of course, I have all my magazine covers covering my walls. I'm Kim Kardashian. Of course, I have my mannequin with my custom measurements in my glam room. I'm Kim Kardashian. Of course, I have my beauty campaigns on loop on a big TV wall. I'm Kim Kardashian. Of course I have 3D models, my brain and my plane in my office. I'm Kim Kardashian. Of course I have a tanning bed. And a red light bed. In my office.
So
I don't even know what a red light bed is.
Is
that for like wrinkles and
Yeah,
stuff?
it's like red light therapy for your skin. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We've briefly
Does
touched on
that
topic.
does that
I didn't know
cause
there was
cancer?
red light beds. I mean,
Does that cause cancer or anything, or is that more for like?
I'd have to look, to be honest. Like I don't think the red light is harmful. It's the UV lights from the tanning bed is what we'll talk about. What do you guys think about that video? Like, does she do that a lot? Like, I'm Kim Kardashian.
No, it's a trend.
Oh, it's a trend.
Yeah, so you could be like, I'm a doctor. Of course, I'm gonna do this.
And is it
Blah,
supposed to
blah,
be
blah.
funny or serious?
Yes, it's supposed to be funny.
Oh, it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
To me, it just seemed very kind of braggadocious or.
But yeah, I think that was the point.
Oh, that's the point.
Yeah, she was being sarcastic.
Oh, it doesn't. I mean, it didn't come off that way to me.
Yeah.
It felt like to me she was like kind of being like serious about it.
Snot. Yeah. No, she was definitely being sarcastic, in my opinion. She was just following the trend.
Okay, so maybe, and that's maybe because I don't get on TikTok as much as I used to, and so.
Yeah, it's definitely a social media thing that
Is
has
it?
taken over. Yes.
So it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be stereotypical things that like people
So
do.
like you could do one that says like, I'm a plastic surgeon. Of course I keep,
Botox in my fridge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. And then you open the refrigerator and it's full of
stuff
Botox.
that like plastic surgeons. Of course I do my own Botox or something
Okay.
silly like that.
All right.
Right.
I had just
yeah.
seen that, and I was just like, I guess I'd missed that trend. So
Yeah.
you guys gotta keep me up to speed now. Like I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it'd be like if I did it too. I'd be like, I'm a CrossFitter. Of course I don't shut up about it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. So I'm glad you guys got me up to speed. I was just
Yeah.
like, what in the world is this video? I guess I just have to get back.
I
on
did think
TikTok.
it was weird though that when I watched, because I watched the whole thing,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, this she's just being funny, but I was kind of like, why did she say she has a tanning bed?
Well, and so yeah, I mean, so she obviously
Like everybody, that's like saying.
Yeah, like of course
like her
I smoke.
saying
Of course I
smoke.
smoke a pack of cigarettes a day.
Yeah, I'm like, ew.
Yeah, so
That was
she
a
got
bad
like
move.
she just got skewered in her comments by everyone and their grandmother was like
I don't even think she can go in a tanning bed. She has like a skin
psoriasis.
Yeah, she has skin issues.
So after getting roasted in her comments for several days and everyone like, doing the clips where you tag somebody on,
Yeah.
like what do they call it? The merge. What is it on TikTok where you
Oh yeah.
you
I
link?
know.
It's not link, but anyway.
Yeah,
What am I
they
thinking
respond
of?
to it.
Travis,
I forget what it's
help
called
me,
too.
Help me, throw me a life. What is it on TikTok? Stitch.
Yeah,
A stitch.
okay.
Everyone's stitching Kim Kardashian.
I'm not against it.
All these doctors were like, "Oh, you're horrible," blah blah. Honestly, so she came out a few days later saying, "Oh, why? I just do it occasionally for my psoriasis," which was total BS because that's not in any form or fashion how you treat psoriasis. You don't
Yeah.
treat psoriasis with a tanning bed.
I feel like that would hurt it.
But honestly, and I'm gonna first come out and say tanning beds are bad.
Yeah.
But two, come on, world, like you're gonna just use this time to roast Kim Kardashian about.
There's so many other
I know,
things that
right?
she does to her body that are probably way more dangerous,
Yes.
or has done to her body.
Yeah, it was kind of silly of her to do that, but honestly, it was brilliant because now who are we talking about today?
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian, like everyone.
I mean, she is the queen of all publicity.
Yeah, I mean,
good
honestly,
publicity.
she probably did that on purpose.
Probably.
She probably did it on purpose. And Yeah, and so like I don't know. I felt like everybody was just dogpiling her because like, oh, I can get one over on Kim Kardashian by saying she's a bad person for using a tanning bed. It just that seemed like how that whole thing went down. So I mean, not to that Kim Kardashian needs defending by me, but
Yeah.
I was kind of like, come on, people. Yeah, everyone and their grandmother knows that tanning beds are bad, right? I mean, it's not like a secret. I mean, it's like cigarettes. Who out there doesn't know that cigarettes are bad for you?
Yeah.
I mean, tanning beds are bad for you. So anyway, I thought that was a very interesting how everyone went after her. And so, you know, I just wanted, I don't know if we've ever talked about tanning beds. We've talked about, you know, risk of sun exposure. I mean, basically tanning beds and sun exposure are on equal footing, although tanning beds actually are a little bit worse. And so, of course, you know, I like data. So I pulled some data on tanning beds. And so the question, are tanning beds safe? The answer is absolutely not. But like, you know, is it as dangerous as going to the Dominican Republic for plastic surgery? I mean, no, not even close,
No,
apparently,
not
based
really.
on the segment from earlier. So if you go to tanning beds regularly, what is your risk? Okay, so I pulled some research. Your risk of squamous cell carcinoma, so that's skin, like your kind of garden variety skin cancer, goes up by 58%. I mean, that's not insignificant. I mean, that's, you know, fairly high. You know, it's kind of on par with, you know, like prolonged sun exposure. Risk of basal cell carcinoma, which is a less aggressive type skin cancer, goes up by 24%. Here's a pretty staggering fact that I found from one research paper that showed for patients, that's just one. So melanoma goes up by 75%. That's if you use a tanning bed less than 35 years old. And the follow-up to that was one study that showed that in this big collection of women who had melanoma, who all were less than 30 years old, which is very young to get melanoma, 97% of them used a tanning bed. 97% of women less than 30 years old who got melanoma have used tanning beds. Whoa, that's crazy.
Well, tanning beds was like a part of my
I used tanning
growing
beds, and I'm a dude. Like, I mean, we didn't think about these things when we
I
were
couldn't
young.
use them.
Oh, you couldn't use them? Oh.
I literally, anytime I'd get in them, my skin would I'd get a horrible rash.
Oh, really? Yeah, the heat rash or whatever? So, I mean, you know, obviously we were dumb 20, 30 years ago. I mean, I used to go to tanning beds in the spring to get like a little bit of tan so I wouldn't burn in the blazing Texas heat. But, you know, obviously we're smarter now. We know that I wouldn't do it today.
Yeah.
But I mean, how many people go out and get in the sun? I mean, and not wear sunblock? You know, I mean, a lot of people do it. I mean, you shouldn't do it. Obviously, it's bad for you. Comparing tanning beds to the sun, I did find one study that said that tanning beds have 12 times more UVA. So there's UVA light and UVB. So UVB is the light that gives you the actual sunburn. UVA is the light that actually damages your skin and can potentially cause cancer. So tanning beds have 12 times more UVA light than the sun. So that basically would tell you that it's actually worse for you to go to a tanning bed than it is to be out in the sun.
It just sounds, to me, it just seems like you're just putting yourself in like a contained.
It's hard too, because you know, you when you're young, you don't like think about these things. You're like, oh yeah, I know.
I know. I like begged my mom for me to like go into a tanning bed for like prom or for like some kind of banquet, so I'd look tan for whatever. And I'm like, how silly! I'm naturally like have olive skin.
Yeah, you have a very nice natural
so I'm like, I don't know what I was doing.
Well, I mean,
it was just part of the trend to do that.
Yeah.
And I remember my friends would get like put the stickers on their hip bone.
Right, and have like a little pale spot or whatever the sticker was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a different time growing up back then, and people did all kinds of stuff that. I mean, everyone smoked. I mean, you know, we've gotten smarter, but you know, tanning beds are still a thing, and yeah, they're bad for you.
I don't know how Palm Beach Tan's still in business.
Because people still go tan.
I know, but they have spray tan now.
Yeah, right. And so.
And I've heard spray tan is a little bit not too good for you either.
Oh, really? The chemicals?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that.
If you breathe in there.
If you breathe in.
Well, of course you have to, because you're in there for like 5 minutes or 4, or however many times you turn.
So that is a good alternative to tanning in the sun or tanning in a tanning bed is the spray tan.
I think it's not, definitely not as dangerous as a tanning bed. But I've heard some possible like harm that
I'll have to
can
look that up.
happen.
That actually might be a good topic to look up,
Yeah.
the spray tans. And the last thing I'd say about the whole, being in the sun or tanning beds, aside from cancer, which is obviously is bad, the other thing that these things do is it ages your skin.
For sure.
I have people come in the office all the time, and I look at their skin. I'm like, oh, you've spent a lot of time in the sun, right? I mean, I can instantly look at someone's skin and tell that, and I'm not wrong. People will say, yeah, because I can recognize sun damage in skin. It looks more aged. It doesn't, it doesn't have that kind of glow. You'll get sunspots. So, once again, these are things that are hard to wrap your head around when you're young. You're like, oh, well, who cares what I look like at 30? I mean, I'll be old then, right? People say stuff like that. Then next thing you know, you're 50. But it is true that, sun exposure and tanning beds for sure ages your skin. So if you want to look young into, your middle age or even older, avoiding sun and tanning bed as much as possible is a good thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was kind of interesting. I think she did it on purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, she had to know. She's not stupid. She had to know that when she put that tanning bed in that video that everyone was going to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm surprised she wasn't like, I'm Kim Kardashian, of course I still have my sex tape or something. Like,
of course I watch it. On the
yeah,
weekends.
of course I watch it every night.
I mean, I should do a plastic surgery one and have something ridiculous like, yeah, I'm a plastic surgeon. Of course I smoke a pack of cigarettes a day.
Yeah.
And like be smoking and just like let everyone just, oh my God, you're a doctor. Like, I'm gonna do that and just make it totally stupid and see if it, goes viral and gets 5 million views. As they say, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
That's right.
So, all right, cool topics today. Yeah, I think that's about all the time we have for today. Please leave us a comment. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Thank you so much for watching Nip Talk. We'll be back next week.